Last time on Astronautica.
Our heroes foiled the Grafter plot to destroy the wormhole on Earth and defeated Pulse in a heart-stopping showdown on board a spaceship. But now they find themselves face to face with Charles Crocker, one of the most powerful men in all the galaxy. And what does Crocker want? Have they really succeeded in their goal? What's next for our brave adventurers? Find out right here and now on Astronautica.
Charles Crocker turns and sees all of you, and he says, "Well, I have to admit, the three of you are surprisingly difficult to track down. Come in. Have a seat."
Okay, yeah, sure.
Are the seats nice?
They're nice. The room is austere. There's not a lot of art. There's not a lot of... They are comfortable, but not opulent. This is a very utilitarian room. Everything is cold gray steel and white. It is not a particularly comforting environment.
Is there like a wall or a pillar Hazel can lean on?
I mean, you are in a room, so yeah, there are walls.
Okay. Yeah, she's just gonna like go lean up against the wall. Somewhat kind of nearby, but not too close.
I like that your aesthetic here, Charles. It has a real sort of distant father feel. Like unapproachable, sort of callous.
Would you prefer something a little more comforting?
No, it's okay. I was just, I figured one of the wealthiest people in the world, there might be a little more nuance, a little more color. I don't know.
Well, I don't have much use for color. But I do have use for the three of you. I've been tracking you for a while now. You popped onto my radar, as it were, ever since, well, the bear incident. But in light of recent events, I felt it was necessary to speak with you in person. First off, I wanted to commend you. Kyler, thanks to your swift thinking and observational prowess, we were able to uncover a long history of mismanagement and misuse of company funds at the pit. I thank you. You have saved us approximately $15 trillion.
Wow, that's a lot of
You'll
money.
receive an invoice in your email. Don't worry.
Hazel just sits there and like tries to just not like viscerally react to the amount of money just said.
For our 10%, you'll receive an invoice. Don't worry. It's like undercover boss, but undercover us.
I don't even know if my father has that much money. That's a lot.
Your father. Right. Tanya, or shall I say, Oka. That is what you go by
Yes.
these days. I will honor that. Well, they always say that blood is thicker than water, although the actual history of that phrase is a little bit more complicated. But I am also aware that you have been hired by your father to deliver a message. I was wondering if you might be willing to show me that message.
Sure, fuck it. Take a look. I'll show him the message.
Nice. You hand it over?
Mm-hmm. I do.
All right. He pops it open, the message plays, and he nods, and then after a moment closes it again and hands it back to you.
Question, we're not, like, eviscerated by nanobots, right? Like...
Are you asking this, is this in or out of character?
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
It is.
Are we eviscerated by nanobots as this happens?
You are not.
Oh, did he lie about that?
Well, I've been eating carbs erroneously!
I'm sorry. Is there something I should be aware of?
Kyler starts doing push-ups.
Yeah, we were told that we all had nanobots in us that would, like, kill us if we betrayed him or didn't do the job.
Oh, you do.
Oh, okay, cool.
They were nullified the moment you walked through the doors.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, what?
I make a point to only allow my own nanobots around. Too many tricky uses of them.
Well, I am glad we're not dead.
Oh.
You would have the moment that message played.
Oh man, I really gambled our lives, didn't I, guys?
You did. I didn't want a metagame, but I was like, there's a reason we didn't look at it yet, right? I think
I mean,
we
to be
get
fair-
eviscerated.
Didn't Oka already watch it?
She
I
did.
did, but like, yeah.
But-
there was another stipulation. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I say that in character too. I really gambled our lives there, didn't I, guys?
And Kyler's like still in the middle of doing push-ups, like, not as much as I did when I quit chemo. No, keto.
Not chemo. Oh, God.
Fuck.
Hazel is still just sitting there trying to just not react to any of this.
Hazel, she's stone cold. Look at her. Look at her face, Crocker. Not even phased.
She's trying.
Not even phased. Look at that. We're a hardcore team.
She is feeling a lot better right now.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate you showing me that. As a, suppose as a thank you for that, I have permanently deprogrammed the nanobots.
Oh, thanks.
They'll, live in your system, but they won't...
Do we pass them? Like, the digestive tract? Do we poop them out? How does that work?
Well, they're in your bloodstream.
Oh, I guess
So,
a blood
no.
transfusion would be
Not
the only
unless
way.
something goes very, very wrong with your physiology.
Ah, okay. But can we reprogram them? Is that possible and become cyborg? I feel like I'm getting off topic. Continue.
You already have a
bit.
metal arm.
This is true. I am part Borg.
What? Oh, right.
I'm so sorry.
So-
Continue. You're fucking over my dad. I don't mean to interrupt. Continue, please.
Well, I'm happy to know where your allegiance lies. I'm also aware of the events that occurred that night in the pit a week or so ago. And I am aware that you ultimately disarmed the terrorists that were working to undermine what we are doing. The three of you have proven yourselves to be, while perhaps unorthodox and more than a little excessive in your use of force, you have proven yourselves to be valuable assets.
Oh boy.
And
The plot is thickened.
I would like to hire you.
What's the catch?
We're just getting,
No
we're
catch.
getting job offers left and right, aren't we? Hmm?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I want to know.
No catch.
No,
Here are the details. The space station outside of Mars is almost complete. It's where we're building the first major wormhole connector. However, there have been a series of events, deaths and disappearances.
Oh.
They have all been happening in the same way. A person walks out into the airlock, sets it open, and then drifts away into space. We have seen the footage. However, I have reason to believe that this footage has been falsified. I believe there is someone on board that station who, for some reason,
Now, is this based? Go ahead, sir.
is killing people. I would do my own, shall we say, more public inquest into this. But I have a feeling that the moment the forces start sniffing around, whatever is going on will stop, and the trail will run cold. The three of you have proven yourselves to be capable of uncovering goings-on. I would like to hire you. As payment, I will erase the considerable debt that you owe. The theft of Crocker property being the most minute of which. The most extensive of which is your hospital bill, which I think is of note. Your father has refused to pay.
What a son of a bitch that guy is, right?
Your words, not mine.
Hey, okay. Okay. I like this idea, and as the resident deal maker, when I'm not around, I guess Kyler, that would make you, and then Hazel will just fucking punch you in the dick. But here are my terms. Real quick, let me huddle up with my group because I don't want to speak for everyone. If you don't mind, can we just have an awkward huddle up while he's just standing there?
Yeah, Kyler just sort of
Please.
gets up off the floor from where he's been doing push-ups and like leans in, heaving and sweating.
Okay. and I put and I say, hey guys, I'm definitely gonna ask for drugs. Is there anything else that you guys might want?
Of course.
In this deal?
I did almost die. So
Correct.
maybe I guess I did just get an armor upgrade. That's
Maybe
just the
something to
nature
take
of
care
the
of those
game, isn't it? That you
carbs?
almost die no matter what.
Yep. Like he's asking us what else he could do for us in exchange for everything
Yes.
we've done for him.
He said no such thing.
He said no such thing. I'm
he's
saying that I'm
He
gonna try to
gave
broker
you
it.
an offer.
That's-
I'm
he
gonna try to
offered
broker
hire
a deal
us,
with
and
it.
Oka's here helping us figure out the terms.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the punchy thing.
Okay, alright.
I think
New
what's
clothes.
something Kyler needs right now?
Maybe some diet pills.
There's a thought.
Maybe we can get those nanobots to be reprogrammed to take care of those calories.
That would be, honestly, that would be a dream. I'm thinking though, I'm gonna need like a little camera drone, I think, so that way I can do some like
Ooh.
live streaming stuff, right? Like
Okay, yeah,
we're
absolutely.
doing like I'm
these are
thinking of
reasonable.
transitioning into a little more slice of life type branding. So I think that if we just have a little drone with us, like, you know, recording our happenings and goings-ons, like you can post it, and then maybe we'll
Okay, alright, cool. Alright, and Hazel, that was just nothing? You don't want any this punchy stuff?
I just want to get off
Okay,
world,
cool. Alright, great.
right? And I want to know what this job is before we do it. This seems too good.
Too good to be true.
someone's killing people, we figure it out. How hard can it be?
It seems like once we do the task, we'll probably end up dead. Or he's like, oh, the task is done, we don't need you anymore, right? That's usually how these guys operate.
Yeah,
I know my father.
there's, yeah, you know when a deal just seems too good.
Yeah, I think I know a way to throw in to make sure that we stay alive here. So yeah, all right, all right, ready, break, go team. We'll work on
Go
that.
team.
We'll
Go team,
we'll-
go.
Okay, yeah. All right, yes, I have.
He's just been standing there.
A deal have been decided here. We love your offer. We absolutely love it. It's great. I have a counter offer if you don't mind. Just hear me out. I know the big guy thing to do would be to say no such offer. You're lucky that I'm even talking to you, which is true. But listen to me here and hear me now, Mr. Crocker. We, as in I would like some drugs. My friend Kyler here would like, I relay everything that Kyler told me. It's a drone, so he can do...
A little selfie
yes,
bot,
to
please.
stream.
Preferably a little
These are
tiny,
very
like, flying drone
minuscule
bot.
task. And if you can just give my friend like some really cool brass knuckles so we can fight while we get off World 2. Maybe one other thing. For insurances, because I know an easy way to do this would just to be leave us stranded after you figured out what happened and to just kill us off. And that's fine. That's cool. I get it. Big bad stuff. My dad's an asshole too. But we will help you take down Jackson and Jackson as well as an incentive. And then you won't have any competition at all. Okay.
Oh,
You-
I appreciate your counteroffer. If I wish to take down Jackson and Jackson, I could do so in a heartbeat, without your help.
okay.
I am currently worth 17.6 times the GDP of Earth. Jackson and Jackson is a fly.
Okay.
However, I have no intention of killing you. I will give you your drone.
Yeah.
If you wish for brass knuckles, that can be arranged.
Maybe some that, like, you know, have shocks in them or something? That sounds real cool.
That does sound cool.
I'll see what my R&D
Yeah, absolutely.
can create for you.
Oh, awesome.
You want a drone? Done. You want drugs?
Oh, yay.
An unusual request,
That's great.
but I will honor
think
it.
you might have a
And-
deal here.
I will upgrade your arm,
Ooh.
Oh my.
and as a final note, I couldn't help it over here. I'll reprogram those nanobots so you can eat carbohydrates.
Fuck yes!
I'm a big fan of your work. I'm not going to lie. The music is fine, but I'm particularly impressed with your usage of SEO optimization. You were one of the most monetizable pop stars ever, and I have to say I appreciate it.
That is the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. And
Oh.
I lean in and I hug him. I'm like, I'm gonna SEO your heart out, you son of a bitch.
Oh.
You hug him. He is like, you hug him. He is fucking jacked. Like you hug a fucking iron wall.
Oh no.
Like you hug him and you're just like, ooh, like everything is just, he is fucking ripped. There's not an ounce of fat on this body. It's like you just hugged, like something made out of metal.
I was about to say, but he is
He
organic.
has those fancy
though,
nanobots.
right? Yeah, I was about to say, he's like performance enhancing nanobots.
You don't know. He looks totally, he looks like a human. He has no, obvious robotic parts.
This physique, this form, you have to tell us how you do it. What is your secret?
You should try mining sometime.
Ooh, is that like inextricable from the rock hard body? Like, can I not just like, you do it like a future shake weight thing or something on the couch?
Future
shake weight. It's shake weight, but it's got neon on it.
Exactly. Right.
This is LED. This is like shake
Definitely what I'm
weight,
thinking.
shake weight and Razer partnered together. So it's just
Oh,
RGB LEDs.
You guys, there's a company making RGB hard drives. I'm done.
What?
Sorry.
Why?
That was my,
Why?
That, yeah,
Okay,
That was,
anyway,
that
we
was
can't-
my why moment of the day.
we can't get distracted. Okay. He smiles is the wrong word. He sort of politely smiles. He politely smiles at you, Kyler, and just extricates himself from your hug. And he says, "Do we have a deal?"
It's a long and awkward extrication because I'm just like checking his
Do
arms.
you keep going back in?
And yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm like, the triceps, they're so hard to get right. How?
Well, maybe one day I'll reveal my secret.
You must let me do an exclusive interview when you do.
I will. Okay, Mr. Morgan Davidson. Okay.
He sits down, he's drawing up a contract right now.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
He, after a moment, so you can draw up a contract. He reads it over, and unless you're trying to sneak anything in there, he will sign it.
Nope, he's just got to talk to me when he reveals his fitness secrets. That's the contract.
Great. Sure. He.
And like Kyler's contracts are generally just super straightforward.
Yeah. He, after that's done, he straightens up and says, "Here is what I know. For the past 5 months, once a month, someone has gone missing. It's been chalked up to suicide, space madness, so they call it. But the most recent one was what piqued my interest. Everyone else has been human. This most recent one was an AI.
Oh.
To my knowledge, and I feel pretty confident in this, no AI has ever killed themselves. It would be a tremendous first. My guess is that whoever is doing this is very clever enough to doctor footage. But I believe they made a misstep. I need you to go in, find out what is happening, and who is behind it. I cannot emphasize enough that this will require perhaps a little more discretion than what you are accustomed to. You tend to solve things with a, shall we say, a wide stroke, which I appreciate. However, this will require more subtlety. I will be dividing you into different areas of the ship. I'm not sure which section is responsible. You will need to keep your ears to the ground, so they say. There is another catch. If you communicate with me, it will be a giveaway. So I will only give you the opportunity to communicate with me once you have solved this. Any more, and the communications will be... It puts us at risk. No one can know that you are working for me. You will be brought on the ship as crew members. Let's see. Kyler, I will put you in administrative. I think that suits you.
It does.
Yes.
He gets me. And I like
That's
leave.
fine.
Oka, how do you feel about working in engineering? Excellent. Miss Gar,
Yeah,
you've been awfully quiet.
I usually am.
Noted. So, what position would you like on the ship?
What's available?
Assume anything short of captain.
Hazel probably has zero idea what kind of positions there are on an
I mean, that's fair.
interstellar ship in this case. So she doesn't really know, besides the fact that she's assuming there's no thief option.
How does security suit you?
Sounds solid. Get to punch some people, yeah?
Well, if they require punching, then yes.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Your friends, I assume that this is a package deal, as it were.
Yes.
Right. The young one can work in the kitchens. And he stares at Nimble for a second, and it almost seems like he recognizes her. But he shakes his head and says, I think you will do well in R&D if your, well, now leveled shop is anything to go off of. I think you will be quite happy there.
Yeah.
And Nimble nods and says, yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Thank you. And she just sort of shrinks back. This is the most powerful man in the world. Super casually talking to you. He nods. Right. Well, if there are no further requests, your ship leaves in 2 days from Novalumo. My assistant will fly you back there. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small communicator. It's about it's like 2 inches tall. It's very small. And he holds out his hand and he says, this is the only way that you will be able to communicate me. But as I said, it is a one-time usage. Make it count. My guess is that whoever is running this most likely has access to the security systems, so they will probably hear you.
And you said that this happens on a near monthly basis, like once a month? How often was this?
Not regularly, no, but for the past 5 months it has occurred.
Any sort of noticeable pattern there, like, X rotations around, not rotations, but you know what I mean, like spinnings?
It is always at night, off hours, usually around 4 in the morning.
Really good idea.
I'll take the communicator from him, though.
You do so.
Yeah, before we forget about it.
Smart.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just taking down some notes real quick.
It's good.
Fury is going to be in kitchens. Nimble is in R. D. Murders. When the humans ejected themselves from the airlock, they were not wearing any sort of spacesuits or anything, correct?
They were not.
Yeah. Tight. Let me get rid of all this. And I want to start taking just some.
Nakiri pipes up and says, hey, so I'm gonna be doing this too, right? So, I want something. She raises her hand. Nakiri raises her hand.
I love Nakiri. She's my favorite.
And she says, I want the most powerful virtual reality rig that you can buy me, and I want a lifetime subscription to the Adventure League. Oh, with all the DLC, future and present.
Oh.
And Crocker says, yeah, sure. Not a problem.
Hazel's just laughing. This is great. She loves it.
Nakiri, plays it cool, and she's like, cool. Yeah, awesome. And then she turns around, and she's just, freaking out,
Happy dancing?
Fucking stoked.
Yes, I love it. I love Nakiri so much.
One of my favorite characters. Wasn't supposed to be a recurring
old
character, and I was like, nope, she's too good.
Quick question about the AI.
Is this in character?
It's about to be. Quick question about the
All right.
AI.
Yes.
Would it survive in space if it ejected itself out of an airlock? Can't we find it?
It's possible. However, it's been about a month since it was ejected, and I'm sure you're familiar with trajectories and the fact that there is no stopping power in space, so wherever they are, they're long gone.
Have you, like, do they have, like, broadcasting capability or, like, you know...
They did. It was switched off.
Interesting.
What was the AI's name?
The AI's name was Atherton.
Atherton.
I will give you a list of the other ones so that you will have something to go off of.
Greatly appreciated.
If there is nothing else you require,
Sounds good to me.
my associate will take you back.
We do
Yeah,
too.
let's
Hopefully we don't die.
Right. I look forward to seeing the results.
Not dying would be preferable.
Yet never guaranteed.
But what is death but the next adventure anyway, right?
I like that, sure.
No.
Yes, I'm a happy nihilist.
Mm.
It's all meaningless. Yay! Alright, I think we should go now.
Yeah, let's go. Let's.
He shows you out.
Do we get a box with all of our stuff in it?
The gentleman in the gray suit meets you, brings you back to the ship, and the ship has been outfitted with everything that you have asked for. Oka, you have a suitcase that's full of drugs. They are. It's mostly stuff along the lines of like weed.
Oh, okay.
But it's good weed, and there are some uppers as well. But it
Nice.
seems like it's a little bit more of a managed high than a
Chaotic.
like, hey, you're gonna be high for 4 days sort of high.
Nice.
There is also a new arm that is actually still in its packaging.
Ooh.
It is shiny and sleek. It is obviously metal, but it is built out of a woven metal, so it acts more like an actual arm.
Hell yeah.
And is, yeah.
Kyler, as Oka puts it on, is like, oh, hold on, strike a power pose real quick.
I do. So.
I snap a photo of it and I upload it to Snap, and I'm like, Team Glow Up hashtag or something stupid. I don't know.
You do so. You do so.
So what are the drugs exactly? Just so I can have them in my gear.
As I said, it's weed and speed, basically.
Okay, so like,
You got
how would
your,
I quantify that?
you've got a mellow downer that'll chill you out,
So
and you've
one
got like a
weed.
high octane. Well, not as high octane. You've got an upper. Basically, you basically got a suitcase of
Okay.
like weed and Adderall.
Weed and Adderall.
Hell
okay. Addy,
Seems fine.
Addy, and weed, and I guess if you smoke one, that's it, or I feel like I'm making this a lot more complicated. than
Yeah,
this,
just
but-
assume that your character has access to weed and Adderall.
Okay, and then you will tell me when I no longer have access to that. I
Yeah,
imagine.
but it's like this is more of like a character thing rather than a constant mechanical bother.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okey-dokey.
it's more just like your character has access to some drugs that you can do.
And does that sleek arm, does it have any abilities or
No,
anything?
it is a
Just
but
an arm,
but it doesn't
cosmetic.
require maintenance. There's no chance of it like breaking down.
Cool. So no arm cannon. Gotcha.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
And Kyler, there is a small black box sitting on your seat. You open it, and inside is a little wrist bracelet. It has a built-in communicator. It's a lot sleeker than the ones you had. And it is basically, it has a little, like, there's just this little button on it. And you put it on and you tap, and it activates, and a little drone pops out. It is small. It's about 3 inches across. No, like 2 inches across. It's a wee little guy. And it's fairly quiet, but not silent.
Sure.
And it just sort of hovers around you. And you can direct it by using gesture control based on the bracelet.
That's so cool.
It's shaped like a little cicada
Oh.
for fun flavor. It doesn't look like, I mean, it looks like it's white and metal, you know, but it's,
I like that.
yeah, it flies. It's got a round head, and it can land, it can crawl, and it can fly.
Hell
And
yeah.
there are sort of 2 modes, I will say. Its default is that it circles around you, but you can also switch it and sort of send it out. But it has a limited range, I will say. So, you know, and it's very fragile. It's not, you know, it can't take a direct hit.
Yeah.
So, this is I will just say everyone's going to have a chance for upgrades. So, yeah. And Hazel, you actually, rather than like full on, like knuckle, what the fuck are they called?
Brass knuckles?
Brass knuckles? It was like iron knuckle. No, steel knuckle. Instead of brass knuckles, there are a pair of gloves, black leather gloves, that have, when you pick them up, they're actually like sort of reinforced. There's reinforcement in the palm area, the back of the hand, and along the fingers.
Oh, the
And-
bouncer's gloves. Yes.
And when you put them both on and you close your fists, you can hear and feel the like slight hum and static of electricity.
Fuck yes.
So you got some shock gloves for punching. And
Started stealthy, ended as
yeah, I know. I think the biggest 180 is that you went from the stealth person to just the like the fucking party tank.
I didn't realize I was the tank when I made my character.
I made a very soft person, okay?
You did.
He's very squish.
As you're all playing with your toys, the man in the gray suit comes over to you, Kyler, and says, "This is compliments of my employer," and he has in his hand on a plate, and on the plate is a brown paper bag, that has some like grease stains on it.
He's guilt food.
It is guilt food.
I opens the bag.
But is it guilt free now because of the nanobots?
Yeah, there's inside there is what does Kyler most want to eat?
Let's see. He's had the flatbread. I think like some like cheesy garlic naan.
Oh.
Hell yeah. It's like super garlicky, And there's like so much of the garlic and oil that it's like seeping into the bag.
Sure.
I want one of those too.
No.
Can Lauren have one too?
Let's go for this. No, he will break off some naan if Hazel is side-eyeing it super hard.
Nope, it's just Lauren. Lauren
Okay,
side-eyeing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm melting into it.
You do, yeah, you do so. The flight back is uneventful. You arrive back at Nova Lumo, and you can see the evidence of your escapades. There's like one of the shipping areas is cordoned off, and people are working on it. Those like guerrilla bots are now sort of going and actually hammering and building and rebuilding the area. There's a ship that's out of commission. The ship that you had been on and fought Pulse in is out of commission off to the side. As you arrive, you are greeted by the commander, the Dracani commander of the Mercy Corps, who nods politely and unblinkingly and looks at you all and says, "I was notified that you would return. It is a pleasure to see you again.
Likewise.
I have arranged a ship for you. I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you for stopping the terrorist attack. It was, shall we say, exciting to get to watch it."
Yeah, I worked really hard on that too. Thank you.
No, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
And can I just say, thank you for being a friend.
Yeah. Down the road and back again.
He smiles unblinkingly and nods.
Do you all get Golden Girls?
and walks off.
On do you? Is that a?
You guys have a
Old world
version
ship.
of it, don't you? You guys.
Oh. No, we haven't gotten that. We just started getting the early TV signals that Earth sent out.
Oh,
so.
okay. So you got. Okay, I got you. Mm-hmm.
I burn him a disk drive of my pirated Golden Girls.
You do. You do so.
Amazing.
You do so. He takes it and smiles and says, "I shall treasure this always, thank you."
Do you have any sitcoms that we should know about?
We are not
Funny.
particularly familiar with comedy. It is sort of a uniquely human
Thing?
thing.
Okay.
Well,
What-
other
what-
cultures have it, but you might find it
Do you
curious.
have music?
The closest, honestly, that we've been able to find is the nation known as Germany. Their humor is quite on brand for
Oh. Okay.
most other places.
Interesting. But well, that's something that needs to be unpacked later through. But what about music? Any music that you guys? We just feel like this could be an exchange of cultures.
I am not particularly one for music, but I am sure that you will find some music soon. If you excuse me, I have duties to attend to.
I turn to the group and say, I think he has to take a shit.
That is like a code, right? Like we
Damn
can
it.
all agree that was a code. For I have to go.
Yeah, like he definitely has to take a shit. Right? No, he just kind of like he wouldn't give us anything, and he just kind of like left. I do that all the time, which reminds me, we really need to get on the ship.
There's a little bit of time if y'all want to do some preparations. But if not, we can just do a little fast forward.
Well, let me see real quick.
I put on my arm, I think.
Yeah, you
and
do
try to
so.
find-
I'm gonna have you. Can I have you roll for force, please?
Yeah, absolutely. course. My my dice tray that I just grabbed from. No. Oh man, nothing.
Nothing.
Let me. No, I'm not gonna roll darkness for that. No, nothing.
All right.
Let's see what happens.
You pull out your arm and it goes dead instantaneously. And you put the other one in, and as it pops in, the pain is so excruciating you instantaneously pass out.
Oh my god.
Sounds right.
Oh jeez.
Like,
can I say something before I pass out?
Oka just goes like, and then just goes down.
Yeah. As if I don't get out the fuck. This is the PG-13, like in the holy fuck.
Should we help? How? I have some technology. I'll try to help wake Oka up.
Do I have? Can I? Or I can just try to force it in.
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah, force it in. Just give it a good jam. That's how tech works, right?
Is her arm in, or do I have to like?
Not fully.
Okay. I will attempt to just like brute force and ignorance my way into this.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have any technology skills. I'm just gonna try to like, I don't know, whack it.
Can I try rolling tech while she does this? Just so if it doesn't work, I'm like, oh, that's what's wrong. Okay.
Yeah, sure. But we're doing this in order,
absolutely.
so.
Yeah, Hazel's thing first.
I'm gonna push that.
This is a new chapter. First point of darkness, baby.
Ooh, that is 0 successes on 8 dice.
All right. Yeah, you try to jam it around, but you have no idea what the fuck you're doing.
No idea.
Oka, you take a point of stress.
Oh
Jesus Christ, just stop touching me.
no! You're passed out. You can't say anything.
Leave me alone.
Just let
I'm just
me
gonna die. This is how I die. Yeah, you're dead. Oka's is dead from putting on her fucking.
Yeah, she was inadvertently tortured to death by her friends.
God. Well, for what it's worth, I rolled 1 success on tech.
All right. Okay, 1 success. There is this is one of the more upscale ones, and there's a specific locking mechanism that needs to be depressed and before it
Sure enough.
can go in or out. So
That makes sense.
yeah.
I'll indicate to Hazel, I'm like, there's a little, you can like, dip, you little, just give it a little squeeze.
I'm gonna try to do what he's telling me to do.
All right, between the two of you, you manage it. Oka, you only rolled a partial success though. Okay, can I have you roll another force check, please?
Absolutely, I have no problem with that. Question is, do my dice have a problem with that?
They always do get the final say, don't they?
Unfortunately.
All right, I got 3
Hey.
sixes.
Hell yeah.
All right.
All
right
right. You do not take any more stress damage from this, and the moment your arm is in, you sort of wake back up. You hurt a lot, and it's not like pain in the... like it's nerve pain. It's that sort of weird, burning, creepy feeling.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling.
But
yeah.
your arm is up and running and is super, like, it's as agile and fluid as a human hand. It will not break down on you. And it is upgradable and customizable, so that'll be fun in the future.
Awesome. Great.
Is there anything else y'all would like to do?
So we're in Nuva Lumo right now, right?
Yeah, you're in Nova Lumo.
God damn it, I always get that. Nova Lumo. We're in Nova Lumo.
Is there somewhere I can go to like test out these gloves?
Not really. I mean, there's not
damn.
like a... Yeah, they don't normally have like an assault area in
Damn it.
spaceports.
Is there a way I can get a message to Crocker again and say, hey, can we get like team uniforms?
No, he made it quite explicitly clear. You have one communication.
Oh yeah, so we can't get two. Also, we don't want to be like.
You don't want to be obviously.
But eventually, we're working to. I will want us to get awesome fucking team uniforms.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
But not now.
yeah, that we'll save that for chapter 3, and that.
Yay.
Hazel will be against this plan hardcore.
That is completely fine. You can just get something that indicates you're
patch
part
or
of the team,
something,
like
yeah.
maybe a headband or an armband.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just say I'm a little concerned about the usage of armbands as denoting your party affiliation.
Well,
shit.
that's why I went
Oh,
patch route.
shit.
Patch feels
yeah,
kind
you're
of...
completely right. Maybe a
Sash is
sash or
good.
something,
I like
or a
sash.
tattoo. Yeah.
Let's get us a nice shiny black hat for a skull, yeah?
Yeah. Jesus. I just.
All right, any final preparations you'd like to
Hazel
make before...
wanted to test out her shock gloves.
Yeah, and I was shot down.
Yeah, there's not really. I mean, there's like a gym, but
Go fuck their shit
There's
up.
not
Go
a-
Can't
fuck
just
up
go
that
punching
equipment.
people
Yeah.
in the gym.
yeah, I mean,
I mean, I guess I could, but no, I'm not going to.
I roll up 3 blunts for each of us.
all
Nah, I'm
right.
good.
Ooh.
I'll say these are all in the e-cig vibe. Keep it cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yes.
So-
I stash 3 e-cigs.
You roll up some e-blunts for
however.
us.
Some e-blunts.
Right.
Yeah, it's blunts, but they have neon on them. Gotta keep it consistent. It's cyberpunk. Everything's pink and blue, am I right?
Yes. Yeah, right. Right.
Sounds about right.
All right, yeah, you have yourself a smoke. It's good stuff. It mellows you right out. There are no ill side effects.
Awesome.
This ain't your this ain't no bathtub meth.
Always chasing
Canon, it's
that.
canon
Always
now.
chasing that
Bathtub
dragon. Am I right?
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
in like chapter 3 or 4 we can actually come to terms with that. It's like having need to sit down.
I can't wait for the arc that's just like Oka's intervention and then going into rehab.
Right. Jeez.
Oka coming to terms with how she's hurt all the people that she loves. Oh man. Kyler crying while he's reading his letter to her, but also the
His
drone is
letter.
filming.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
It's got to be, we have to be sure that our emotions, true and raw, are on display for everyone to see.
Question, has Kyler mastered the art of crying beautifully?
He was a child star. Let me see. I'm gonna roll for it. A little bit. He can
little
do
bit.
it, but it still requires he needs to figure out how to bring a little more honesty to it. I think still.
So it's like you can do it, but not if you're actually affected by your own emotions. Like
Right.
if you're actually sad and crying, then it's just ugly crying all the
Yes.
way. But for a performance, gotcha. Okay, it's important information. It might come in handy.
Oh,
down the
I
line.
don't doubt.
Um,
Indeed, I worry sometimes.
You enter your ship, and you are actually put up in the first class section. And there is a note for you there. And it's actually in a It's like a handwritten note in an envelope. And it says, "This is the last bit of comfort that you will get for the time being. However, I will not forget our bargain." And the ship takes off. It taxis onto the runway, and there's that little bit of time, that little anxious breath when you're waiting. You know it's gonna go soon. You're not sure when. And then it picks up speed. It heads down the runway toward the vast black circle. And then it hits the first of the magnetic strips. And you are suddenly forced backwards into your chairs by the overwhelming G-force. You enter the darkness in the blink of an eye, almost so fast that you can barely process it. And there's this sensation, like you're being pulled through something. And then suddenly, there you are, out in space. And you see them. For the first time in your lives, you actually see them. You knew they were there. You'd heard about them, you'd read about them, you'd seen pictures, but you'd never actually gotten to see them. The stars, hundreds, thousands, millions of stars spreading out. The Milky Way laid bare before you. You look through your windows and you see the Earth. Off in the distance, nothing more than a pale blue dot. You did it. You made it to space. The ship decelerates gracefully and slowly comes in towards a massive space station. Ships flying in and out like fireflies in the night. It's beautiful in its own otherworldly way.
All the drugs that I'm gonna do out here.
Hazel is just sitting there, the stereotypical city kid seeing stars for the first time.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
overwhelmed.
I think Kyler too, he's also like, did you ever think that there'd be this many of them?
No, I didn't think it was possible.
No, me neither.
Nimble and Nakiri are like sharing a window, just with their faces pressed to the glass looking out. And Nakiri is just crying. And Nimble leans back and you see her very surreptitiously wipe away a tear. And she's like, "Yeah, that's that's certainly something."
You ever think you'd be up here?
No.
Me either.
I know that you all destroyed my house, and I have, since I've met you, I've been tortured and shot, and,
Cheers to that.
Yeah, our bad.
I just want to say, you are absolutely, all of you, deranged. And I'm happy to be here with you.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Would you look at that? They actually made it to space. But what will they find aboard the space station Daedalus? What mysteries and excitement await them? Stay tuned for Chapter 2, coming up next on Astronautica.
Hey everybody, Matt here, your friendly neighborhood GM. I just wanted to take a moment and thank you all so much for listening to our podcast. We have a ton of fun making it, and I hope you have as much fun listening to it because it's great. If you like our show and want to support us, please check us out on Patreon, where for as little as $1, you can help us keep this going. Also, I just wanted to take a moment to thank my wonderful players, Ian Mutiner, Benjamin Timothy Jenkins, and Lauren Alice Dinney. They are wonderful and they ruin all my plans, and I literally could not do this without them, so I am eternally grateful. I also wanted to take a moment to thank Shersty Jorgensen, who designed our awesome logo, and also to thank Harrison Campion, who is my musical partner in crime. Anytime you hear a sick bass lick, that's Harrison. He's pretty great, and he's far more talented than I am, so I'm happy to have him around. I also want to take a moment just to thank my wife, Angie Feek, for all of her love and support, and for her continued input in the story. She's already made it so much better, and I'm super grateful. And finally, thank you to EJ Schumacher and Lauren Pratt, our first two ever Patreon supporters. We're so grateful. Seriously, there's a lot of cool stuff. Get in on that. There's unedited shows where you can see how much we don't know what we're doing. You get all of the music from the shows. So if you just want to like listen to some sci-fi ambient stuff, there will be one-shots that we run, and it might not be me. It could be Ian or Ben or Lauren, any of us doing this. So there's a lot of really great content for you to check out. Go over to our Patreon, check it out. And finally, thank you all so much for listening. You guys are great. Stick around. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up.